She was Kate 24 years ago. Now, Burrow is a Hall of Famer. Bo-S-T-O-N. In Mississippi, Ford Burrow was Caitlin Clark, a half-century before Caitlin Clark was born, scoring 50 points per game back in 1950 for tiny Smithville High School in Monroe County. Monday night in Boston, Mrs. Burrow, grandmother of football's Joe Burrow, finally received recognition for her basketball excellence, 74 years after she completed one of the most amazing high school basketball careers of anyone, anywhere, ever. Burrow, 3 months shy of her 93rd birthday, was inducted into the National High School Sports Hall of Fame along with the likes of baseball great Joe Mauer and football stars Takeo Spikes and Tyrone Wheatley, and 7 others. Mrs. Burrow received a standing ovation from a jam-packed crowd of several hundred, including her famous grandson, in the Boston Marriott Copley Place Ballroom. In many ways, Burrow stole the show from all other inductees. One example, Mauer, who will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame at Cooperstown, followed Burrow in speaking at a press conference earlier Monday. After Burrow charmed reporters and onlookers with her remarks, Mauer began his, "How am I supposed to follow her?" he said, evoking laughter from all in attendance. Bruce Howard, communications director of the National Federation of High Schools, NFHS, called Burrow one of the most inspiring and touching stories in the 46-year history of the NFHS Hall of Fame. Wake up informed. She is that. Back when she played for Smithville, the town's population was just over 400, yet she created such interest in girls' basketball that Smithville's home games often were moved to nearby Amory and played at the National Guard Armory before sellout crowds of more than 1,000. She led Fulton to a state championship and led the team in scoring as a 14-year-old ninth grader, then transferred to nearby Smithville as a sophomore. Ford was so good, so unstoppable around the basket that one opposing team tried to stop her by putting a defender on the shoulders of another. I believe it was Aberdeen in the county tournament my senior year. Mrs. Burrow said, "Their coach instructed one player to get on the shoulders of another under our basket. Did it work? No." She shook her head. It did not. Another team tried to stop her by having their defenders try to stomp on her feet. That didn't work either. "But I had sore feet for weeks," said Mrs. Burrow, who once scored 82 points in a single game. Today, Caitlin Clark is one of the most famous basketball players, male or female, in the world, and makes millions of dollars in salary and endorsements. Back in 1950, when Burrow finished her high school career, there was scant opportunity for female basketball players beyond high school. Mississippi colleges and universities didn't sponsor the sport. There was no WNBA. I had offers from 2 junior colleges, but I decided to get married. Mrs. Burrow said, "My boyfriend, James Burrow, was playing college basketball, so I got married and went and helped him get through Mississippi State. I wrote most of his papers, helped him all I could, and then we raised a fine family. I have no regrets." Their oldest son, Jimmy Burrow, was a terrific football player for Nebraska. Younger son John Burrow played defensive back for Ole Miss. Grandson Joe Burrow, Joey, had perhaps the greatest single season in college football history at LSU and now stars for the Cincinnati Bengals. 21 family members, including children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, were in Boston on Monday to celebrate. Asked to describe his mother, Jimmy Burrow said, "She's just got a big, big heart. She is always thinking about other people, not herself. She has all the greatest attributes you could want in a mother, wife, grandmother, and friend," said spree, 94-year-old James Burrow, as quick with a quip as he was with feet as Mississippi State's starting point guard. "All these years I didn't know I was sleeping with a celebrity." James Burrow said Smithville coaches asked for volunteers to date Ford in hopes of convincing her to transfer from Fulton. James Burrow said he wasn't keen on the idea until he saw her at a party. "Then I said to myself, Mom, I've been looking at this the wrong way," James Burrow said, chuckling. "We've been together